Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, carrying hard and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer, every friend all year, with a spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Yeah, bench on the shore, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far to explore, travel far, discover more, seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves with breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Family ties that never break, love that leads the way. In your arms we find the strength, rocking every day. Smiles that shine on rainy days, through the fog and mist. In your warmth, our hearts are held. Feel that gentle kiss. Oh, like the land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, like the land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Mountains high and valleys low, through it all you stand. Anchor strong in stormy seas, steady as the land. Memory of every trip, laughter on the breeze. With you, life's an endless ride, always here to please.
Hello, folks.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Okay, what? There we go. Come on, bring it. There we go. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing good.
Can you hear me okay with this mic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is noise in the background. I live on a busy street, so you may hear traffic, you may hear sirens. I'm just hoping you don't hear the wind with the lavalier mic. It was supposed to be my walking night. It's a beautiful sunny day, but it's like 55 degrees, but the wind is out of the north, and it's chilly. So I was like, no, I'm not going for a walk. But also here, I planted some seeds a couple of weeks ago, not knowing if it take off or not, because I planted them a little late. But I have one zucchini plant that's taken off, and about 9 or so cucumber plants that have taken off. So I'm going to transplant them into some bigger pots. I do have some spinach, green peppers, and jalapenos that are just starting, and I have some different herbs inside: cilantro, parsley, basil, and dill. They're up a little bit, so but I don't think they're quite ready to be transplanted. Neither are these ones in the tray. But I thought I'd start by transplanting the zucchini and the cucumbers. I like zucchini. I'm not the hugest fan of cucumbers. My son's girlfriend loves cucumbers, and I want to make some cucumber relish this year. So if I get enough cucumbers on my own growing them, then I don't have to buy any to make the relish.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I have a patio that's maybe 12 by 24-ish. So I have to do like patio gardening. So I haven't got quite cleaned up yet. I have a big planter over there, which I'm thinking I'm going to put the cucumbers in because I have a trellis for them to grow up. And then I have a shelf thing over there, but I haven't got organized yet because it hasn't been warm enough to be outside long enough. But it was warm. It was raining. So we're supposed to get warm weather over the weekend because this is our holiday weekend, Victoria Day weekend. And next weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
I think so.
We don't usually plant up here in Sarnia until kind of around Victoria Day, Memorial Day weekend, just to make sure it's warm enough for plants. Because you never know when you're going to get a stupid frost. So I'm going to transplant these, but I'm going to take them back inside for the next probably week, and then I'll come out and plant them in bigger planters. Hopefully get a couple warm days so that I can really get my patio ready. I got my patio furniture out. I got the umbrella up, although I really didn't need it because the sun's over there. It's starting to set, so. I've got one lonely zucchini. I always have trouble with zucchini when I buy the plants or I buy the seeds. I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave it in this little paper thing or take it out, because if it doesn't break down, then the roots aren't going to have an opportunity to branch out.
I used to plant a garden, and then it got where it was just me. And I planted, and I didn't get much off of it. The bugs got it, or someone said there was a deer in my backyard, which I've never seen a deer back there. So I said, I'd rather go make a video and go to the market once a week and get the one or two items that I do need.
Well, I figured I'd try with the seeds, but if the seeds didn't take, then I'll just go to one of the nurseries and buy some of the starter plants. But there's the zucchini planted, and he looks a little bit more stable in here than he did in that little thing. So. Hello, Cruising is Fun Anytime with Jeremy and Cheryl. Does anybody else plant gardens? Or plant a few plants? Some years I do, some years I don't. Some years I have a friend that's given me all kinds of tomato and pepper plants. I haven't got any the last couple of years, but I started my own peppers. I'll probably just get some tomato plants. And this one. Not that we're real big eaters of tomatoes, but Natalie likes like cherry tomatoes in salad. Or Trevor will sometimes make pasta sauce out of Roma tomatoes. So I might get some of those. I'll just probably get the starter plants because kind of late now to start them from seed. Does your asparagus still come up?
Yeah, I only had about, I think I picked about 10. I saw it. It came back from where I had to put the fence, but it really didn't do that great this year.
Oh
So
no.
it probably just got a little shot from moving it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if they're gonna survive if you move them or.
Yeah, I had to move some of them because they would have been in the middle of the fence. But then some of them came back up, so we didn't move them all.
All right, you put a new fence up. I forgot about that.
Hmm. Yeah, and it was in the way of the fence. So I think I picked 10 because I forgot. And then a couple of them went to fern. And you do want some to go back to what they call the fern stage so they can drop the seed.
Right?
And sometimes the seed will take over. Now, if you're growing it from seed, it's going to take you 5 years before you can really eat one. But I've had mine out there for years, and so I think next year it's going to do a little bit better, and I won't forget that they're there.
I've never grown asparagus. Even when my parents had
Yeah,
a
but
huge
once
garden.
you start it, it's there forever.
The one thing we did have in our garden at the house was rhubarb. And there was still rhubarb there when I moved out.
Is that one of those that come back every year if you let it?
Yep. Which I don't mind. I like rhubarb.
I've never had it.
It's pretty tart, but I'll like mix it, make a strawberry rhubarb pie or something, or some rhubarb sauce with some sugar in it, and put it over ice cream or whatever.
Sounds. I mean, I don't. I like strawberries, but they don't like me. And I'm not really a big fruit eater unless it's fresh. Don't put it on pies and stuff. It's not me. But I do know some people who take and make rhubarb strawberry jam.
That would be good too.
I've heard of that. So
that would be okay. Let go of the other guy. Yeah. Well, I never made strawberry rhubarb jam. I should have, because I had plenty of rhubarb. Quite often I would take it and just wash it, cut it up, and freeze it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these got more than one plant, but I'm going to put them in together and see which the strongest survive. And when I put them into the big thing over there, then I'll take the stronger ones. Oh, I got spinach. Oh, I got spinach there. Let's say I have spinach inside this. I have maybe 3 coming up. But I don't know if it's the kind of spinach I want or not. I already had the seed, so well, we'll try. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I hadn't even went to the market this year. I think ours started last week, and I just didn't. I didn't go. So I need to figure out when it actually is, and start doing my videos again at the market.
Oopsie. I haven't gone to the market for a while. Might see. And okay, you need to stay over there. Maybe see if some Saturday my aunt wants to go to the market or something. And then we have a mobile market that just comes over the next street over. It doesn't start till July.
Mm.
I'll have to wait. I have to wait for that one. It's more convenient just to go one street over.
Sounds like it would be. But y'all's growing season is like a month and a half behind ours.
Yeah, and it's short too. I know I follow some channels out of Texas, and they get like 2 plantings of stuff, and it's like, yeah, I wish.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in Georgia who've got their tomatoes planted and they're up and doing great. I didn't plant any this year. But then about middle of June, they'll plant another crop of tomatoes to have them for later. But I never had luck doing them later. We always had luck when we planted them in May and we had the right weather. They lasted up, and I had them last up to Christmas one time. Had one
Wow.
or two, yeah, I had 1 or 2 plants because we had a mild fall, and they just kept making, and we didn't have a frost. So it was right before Christmas, sometime in December. I picked the last of them.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky if things last until the Canadian Thanksgiving, October-ish.
Yeah. Well, I went to what they call H Market. It's a Korean market, and I bought this. It's called fuzzy squash, and it was so good that I said I'm going to save the seeds because I don't eat the seeds anyway. So I would like to see if I can get the little chunks that are going moldy on me, but I think there still might would see if I can get them to come up. I don't know if I can or not because you can do that from the store. It just sometimes it's not going to come out the same thing that it was originally because of so much inbreeding.
The ones in the store, you don't know if they've been sprayed with anything or.
Yeah. So the guy who cuts my grass supposed to come maybe this week and take my raised beds that I have real tall. We're gonna take the legs off and put them back down on the ground, and that will get me a little bit more off the ground than it was. But up on the high, it's not working. And I saw someone talking about it the other day that you can take like that bag you got there, a bigger bag of potting soil, slit your holes in them, and plant in there.
That's a cool idea.
It's called bag gardening. I've never tried it, but I thought I might do that. But if you did that, I would get more better soil, potting soil mix than just a plain cheap stuff. Get a little bit bigger bag with it's got a little more nourishment in it.
Yeah, this is just cheap. Well, it's organic potting mix, but
I buy the cheap stuff, and sometimes the cheap stuff does not have a lot in it. So if I was going to do a bag garden, I'd buy the next step up.
I usually buy the Miracle Grow.
Yeah.
When I do potting, or my garden, but just haven't got out that far.
Right.
We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Okay. That's the last cucumber plant.
Yeah.
See if I got enough dirt left in here to. Because I don't want to open the last bag just for that little bit. Let's see how that does. So I got 9 small containers for cucumbers and 1 for zucchini. And I got a few. If I put those there, and remember that those ones are cucumbers, not or spinach. We got. I kept some of these containers that our little chickens come in. They have a little dome on it. I kept them and washed them out, and I used them for putting plants in. For my little containers in. So I'm just gonna grab. Oh, I can use stick. Well, I bought these big trays, but when I bought them before, they came with like a lid, clear lid thing to start with. And these ones didn't. So I had some plastic wrap over top to keep the humidity in. That helped for a while. Then all of a sudden they had come out far enough that they were hitting the plastic wrap. So I was like, okay, I gotta do something. And I was trying to tent the plastic wrap up so it wasn't laying on there. Oh well.
Yeah, the last one I bought had a big old dome looking thing over it. About 3 or 4 inches high, so you could get them started.
Oh yeah. Well, I had some. I think they were about this size that had a plastic dome that came with them, but I don't know what happened with the plastic domes. They could be in amongst the other gardening stuff in the basement, but I have a small plastic tote or rubber tote over there that's got some of my outdoor stuff. Got a couple of my things hung up, but they're kind of old, so I was thinking of getting some new things to hang up. But I'd like to get some lights, like some solar lights. We're not supposed to stick anything to our fence.
Right.
It needs a good scrubbing too, so I'll kind of wait until the weather got warmer and we'll take a scrub brush to it. Got some algae down on the bottom over here, and I don't think it's mold, but it's just gonna grunge all over it. That I can at least scrub mine down and make mine look nice. Whatever other people do is up to them, but I got all my planting stuff over in a corner over there that I need to go through. Threw out the old snow shovel, threw out the old broom that the handle was broken. I started cleaning up, but apparently my barbecue still works, and I still have propane. Trevor's used it. I have a little burner on the side. He's used a couple times to make fried rice. So apparently it still works. Yeah, I wonder if I can put some of these in this container.
Fried rice sounds good.
And he made lunch last week, and then he made another night. He made chili. I think one of them just ate the end of the chili last night. I haven't made dinner yet. Trevor's gone to work. He was off. Well, he switched shifts because he was sick a couple of days. It's a sinus infection, and then he's working the next 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing for dinner.
Well, I had an avocado. Well, I'm eating on an avocado and turkey mayonnaise sandwich with chips and cheese and homemade dip. I use half Greek yogurt and half sour cream and put my little bit of salt and pepper, garlic powder, and ginger powder. And then I grated a little onion shallot, and I grated that in there. And I don't have that much left. I made it like 3 or 4 days ago.
Hey, Scotty J.
Hey, Scotty. Whoop, whoop. It's been a good day.
Had some of my small plants that I've started that were getting big, so I transplanted them into bigger containers. That's what I was doing today.
Yeah.
Probably do more another day. It's just not quite that warm, not quite warm enough. It's 55, but the breeze is cool out of the north off the lake. So I was just looking. Got a squirrel that keeps coming through here. Natalie feeds the squirrels peanuts, so one of them come up to the door when I went to leave this morning, and it's like, wait a minute, okay, it's like trick or treat. Here's some more nuts.
Yeah, 67 right now.
I'd take 67.
67. Yeah.
We're supposed to warm up on the weekend, the 70s and
Right?
maybe even the 80s, which would be nice as long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Because then I could get out here and clean the patio and
Yeah. Now next Thursday I won't be here. I'll be at MomoCon.
okie doke. What am I doing next Thursday? I don't know what I'm doing next Thursday. Oh, it's where the Canuck Artery. It's already made up, so I just have to play it. And the week after that, we'll be making poutine.
With squeaky cheese.
Yeah, I gotta get some squeaky cheese. I've seen some at one of the grocery stores, so, but I don't need a whole lot, so it was just a nice enough size. So
Now, when you make your gravy, what spice goes in the gravy to make it different than a regular brown gravy?
Depends on how I feel like making it. I got a package of brown gravy. Sometimes I use beef stock and
Right.
the gravy mixed stuff. Bisto stuff is what I usually use when I don't have any, but I have some brown gravy in a package. I'm only making it for me, so.
Right. So, what kind of seasoning? Just regular salt and pepper kind of thing?
Probably.
Because I've had it one time when I was in Canada and I didn't like it. Well, then I found out later someone said, "Well, you were at the wrong restaurant." You know, it depends on who's making it, how good it is.
Yeah,
and I've learned that.
You gotta have the cheese curds, the white cheddar cheese curds. I know where I go for bridge fries, they try to pass their thing off as poutine, but they have like shredded mozzarella. That's not poutine.
But and I'm in the cheese I didn't like. I don't know.
I'll have to get some. I have to get some cheese curds, and I'll have to get some frozen French fries because I don't feel like making fries from scratch.
I do. I make fries from scratch.
Trevor made like the potato wedges yesterday, day before, from scratch. Did them in the air fryer. They were pretty good.
Right.
They didn't get very dark. I thought they'd be a little darker and brown in color. They were very light brown. I was like, oh, okay. Probably wouldn't have been darker if you deep fried them, but they still tasted good. And I'll have to. I'll make the poutine the one night, and then I'm going poutine fest on that weekend, and we'll compare. And mine close to the other. Maybe I'll even go live from Poutine Fest. I don't know. Let's see.
That this coming week?
It's in 2 weeks from this weekend. I think it's just 2 weeks from tonight. Geez, May's going fast already. Like, I looked at the date. Someone said, "Oh, the Victoria Day weekend, which is ours is the week before Memorial Day." It's like Victoria weekend. It's this weekend already. Like, May just started.
I know. I was looking at my calendar last week, and I said, "Lord, I've only got like 30 something days before I have to get on a plane to go on my trip." And I said, "I better start packing to make sure I've got everything I'm going to need."
Make yourself a list and check it twice. And
I mean, why don't we wear different clothes when we go on vacation? Because I guess we want to look better for someone we're never going to see again. And the ones you see in your own hometown, you probably see someone at least once in the grocery store you see every other time. You know, you might see someone, you know.
yeah, there's not really, I haven't seen anybody around here that I want to impress. So I go comfy around here, but.
Yeah, I go comfy.
But when I've gone on vacation, which my last 3 vacations have been a cruise, it's just like, okay, I'll wear my shorts or whatever during the day, but I want to change and put something. Doesn't have to be fancy, but throw a sundress on, or I have a couple little short outfit I got for the last cruise, or the pink and white top with the white leggings that I had got for your cruise. So it's like, doesn't have to be really fancy, but I would dress up a little bit for dinner.
That's me. Because I'm also packing to go to MomoCon for 4 days. And if I don't have anything, I'm in downtown Atlanta, not far from all the shops. I could go get something. Or I could take a cab back home, spend another $30 to come home if I left it at the house. So, but going across on a 11-hour flight to Amsterdam, I think I better have everything I need.
You want to be comfy going across.
Yeah, and you know what's around your city, kind of. But going to a strange place, you might get there and there may not be a clothing store for my house.
Yeah, and their sizing's different, European sizing, and
yeah,
I like being prepared with what I've got to take with me. Which I don't know. For the Heroes cruise in a couple of years, I don't think I really need to get a lot. I need to lose a little weight. I've been eating better, except I've been staying away from the gluten, but I've still been having the carbs, so I need to cut out the carbs. But I like my snacks. It's like, okay, give up the sugar and the carbs.
Yep. I've been dancing every night on TikTok. And for my exercise dancing, I've lost 7 pounds.
That's good.
But when my husband died, I lost about 30 pounds. And, I got to get it back down. I hadn't put all that 30 on, but I put about half of it on. So I want to get back down.
Well, I was really disciplining myself for your cruise, and I lost 50 pounds. I put maybe 5 or 6 back on before the cruise. Not the 20 pounds that the dude in the spa tried to tell me, but
yeah, they were rude.
And then I got lazy after that, and it's like,
yeah, I'm just counting calories, whether it's 1,500. I'm eating between 1,300 and 1,500 calories a day. Whether it's all junk food, all good food, all bad food, it's just the calories. And I'm watching it. So I wish I could lose it faster, but I don't want to do the pills. I don't want to do the shots because the side effects of those are diarrhea. And if I'm going to have to take that, no, thank you. I'll just go eat something that gives me diarrhea at the house that I've got for free. I go eat a bunch of peanuts, every day.
And the chocolate milk I had before little Ivan was like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have drank that, but chocolate milk doesn't seem to have as much lactose, or it seems to be broken down or something. But I don't know. I just couldn't even cut out because I did go to the dollar store and I buy the small things of cheesies. Buy little packages that are 75 cents. I brought a couple of those. Rather than the big bag, because the big bag I'll just go and keep going. It's like, oh shoot, it's gone. But I should have got some pork rinds and some yogurt when I was at the grocery store on my way back home. I forgot. I went in to get the things for my water, the flavor things for my water, and got some mushrooms and a couple other things. Didn't think about pork rinds. They actually had the ones I like. Oh well.
Yep, I got pork rinds on the other side of the room. But I got into where instead of having the stuff sitting close to where I'm sitting, I get up and go across. If it says 15 pieces of chips, I count out 15 or 12 or 11, whatever it is, and that's my serving. Instead of sitting there bag after bag, I'm going, I don't eat nearly the whole bag.
Well, that's why you should give my kids crap about, because they would take the whole bag of chips downstairs and they'd be gone. You never see it again. It's like, take a handful, get a little bowl, fill the bowl up. That's it.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm just debating if I want to move inside right now or sit here. The sun's gone down below the top of the fence.
yeah. Do you on your zucchinis? Do you ever plant the yellow zucchini?
I haven't yet, but I had zucchini plants last year. Not last year. Year before, I had all kinds of zucchini plants. But with the zucchini plants, they got one flower is on a long stem, and that's the male thing, and then the female has the flower and it has the little tiny zucchini behind it. But for some reason, I don't know, weren't getting the bees or whatever. And I have to sit there and do the cross pollination myself to make sure that they get pollinated. Because if they don't get pollinated, then it doesn't grow into a zucchini.
Yeah, we've had that problem ever. What I think around 2021 is when they were talking about a lot of the bees were dying off, and so there had been more people colonizing them and putting them in areas. We have somebody, I think in Georgia, it might be he's from North Carolina, I don't remember, but he has a bee bus, and he'll take his bus, park it in your yard for a couple of weeks, and then go back and get it, park it in somebody else's yard.
But the funny thing is, no one have to plant zucchinis out front, but we get a fair number of bees out front, but never seem to come back here.
Right.
I may need to find some flowers that are especially attract bees. I have no problems with the freaking swallowtail moth caterpillar. So I plant extra parsley and cilantro. I love the parsley and the dill. But I end up with a little cocoons of swallowtail moths, or I just get the caterpillars and they eat and then they go on. I'll plant one thing of them and maybe somehow cover the other ones, keep them. I'd like to build a raised garden thing, like just I don't know, maybe 4 feet by 2 or 3 feet. Just one that ends down here, and so I could say stuff in that I don't have to bend over. So I end up with all these little pots, and if I had a raised thing, I think I'd put it there. There never seems to be a lot of us eating outside, so I could put the extra chairs on this end. We could put something there. Who knows? Maybe go out and look around.
Yeah. I guess Scotty J's on the way home from work now. Got off at no, it's only 7:30 our time, so it's 6:30 his time.
Yep.
So he got 7:40. Anyway, been a good day here.
That's good. Well, my aunt and I got up and went and did some errands this morning, and then I come back and was sitting on the couch watching. I wasn't even watching a video, was I? Yeah, I was. Trevor and Natalie were sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden I kind of went, I had dozed off. They're looking at me and laughing. I was like, I dozed off, and it must have been snoring.
Yeah, I don't nap, but every once in a while I'll catch myself sitting right here. And next thing I know, I don't remember any of the video I watched. So I must have took a 15-20 minute nap. And I said, that's not like me.
Or I'll go into a real sound sleep, and then I try to wake up, and my eyes are like, I can't get them to stay open. I'll just let them stay closed for a few more minutes, and the next time I open my eyes again, it's like an hour or two later. I'm like, nope, I need to start getting up, getting moving.
Yeah. That's me. Are you doing anything for your birthday this year?
I haven't even thought that far ahead.
I'm going to see Joy. So I hope and pray it's going to be better than it was 2 years ago.
Well, the week at part somewhere during that week after my birthday, I'm going over to pet sit for my cousin because her and her husband and my aunt are going down to Tennessee because her stepdaughter, her husband's daughter, is getting married.
Right.
So they're going down there. So I'm going to pet sit Jasper and Oreo. And Jasper's 3 or 4 now. 3 maybe.
Yeah. Well, Joy and I, we're meeting in Tampa, Florida. And I'm going down on the 10th. My birthday's on the 12th. But they're going to show up on the 14th. I believe 14th. No, they're showing up on the 15th. And I'll be with them for 2.5 days. And then I'm coming home. But I said, I want to do things for my birthday. And she said, I can't come on your birthday. I said, well, I'm going to do what Mama wants to do and be happy.
You can always go to the aquarium in Tampa.
Yeah, I think I might. Well, I'm going to be free shuttle bus to the casino. But I can also, I can't, you know who I'm trying to say, the name of the couple that work at the aquarium.
Matt and Kimber.
Yeah, Matt and Kimber said, if anybody ever comes down, let us know. We'll come out and say hello. So I may see if I can contact them, tell them I'll be there. See what days they're working. Yeah, because they're one of the ones besides Michael Ann that helped get me the helping hands for cruising. So
yeah, they did the one interview.
Yeah. Then after that, I think they kind of left helping hands for cruising and doing their own thing.
Well, they've been busy.
Yeah.
I think they just moved into a new house again or something. I haven't been watching them that much for Friday nights because I start with match game and then end up going. If it goes longer than the hour, then next thing I know, it's Down Under Cruisers at 10. It's like, oh, I forgot Matt and Kimber are on.
I forget they're on Friday nights too. I'm gonna have to look them up again because I haven't been getting their notices, so I'm sure YouTube decided to take me off their list.
YouTube's weird. So I have notifications turned on for different people, and I don't get notifications till partway through it or whatever. It's like, well, thanks for letting me know that I've missed the first half of something.
Yeah, I don't get notices of some of them anymore, and I have to go back. They said unless you go every day. I mean, every time they're on, or you make a post afterwards, it doesn't pick up that you're still with them. So, yep. So I'm gonna look up Matt and Kimber tomorrow. Tell them I'll be in there in July.
Well, there's no match game for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So,
yeah, I don't know where he's at. Is he on a cruise?
I don't remember where Scotty is. I know Chris and Liz have company this weekend and the next weekend. I lost track of who's doing what, but I know Liz came in my chat earlier and said she wouldn't be here because they're getting ready for her brother to come.
Right.
This weekend. Her brother and his family, so I understand.
Yep. Everybody gets busy. Has to do their own thing. So, because next Thursday, like next weekend, I'll be at MomoCon. And then I'll have a week and a half or so, and it'll be July the 11th by then, and I'll be on a plane. I mean, June the 11th. So.
I think the 13th, I have to drive my cousin back to the airport. she's going up to a different place. I don't even remember the name. She told me the other day. And she goes up and comes home the 25th of July. I said, sure, you miss your mom's birthday, you miss my birthday.
So they take her over there for about, what, 8 weeks and then move her somewhere else?
Usually she's 2.5 months. And then she's back for a couple months. This time she was back around. She came back Easter weekend, or Good Friday. Came back Good Friday. So she's back for a couple months, and then she's up there for 6 weeks, I think it is.
Well, I know where she's at now. There's not hardly any snow on the ground here, so where she's going now.
Well, it should be clear by now, but I think she goes back up in September for a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be snow then, but you never know. Just the way the climate's been, they haven't had the snow or the ice that they normally have, which is kind of scary because usually they have good thick ice frozen in up there. But.
Yep, I was watching the girl from Norway. I think that's where she was from, Nova Scotia area. And they had one of the worst winters they've ever had, but then everything was melted and you could see her video. Then 2 days later in her video, oh, the snow was back again. She said, when are we going to get our spring,
Well, I know the channels I watched from Alaska, like a couple of places they didn't get the snow they normally get, and other couple of places they got just pretty close to the normal amount of snow. So I know the one I watch is kind of central. They're up near Fairbanks. The other ones are a little bit more south, down around Anchorage.
Right.
I'm watching a lot more Alaska channels. One's called Homesteady. They bought a cottage and they just before winter, and then they spent the winter. They added on to it. They just got it roughed in before the snow flew, and then they worked on the inside.
Yeah, I was watching John Hill's cruise, the first one. He was on the first one going to Alaska for the season. I believe it was the first one, or it was a special one for some strange reason. But it was snowing. You could see the snow where they were at. So it still has it. And a lot of Alaskan towns and, Norway and all that, they never lose their snow. But I couldn't live like that.
I don't like the cold.
Mm-mm.
So it sucked to go. Love going on the cruise. Come back to cold. We flew into Chicago and looked down. Snow was coming down like crazy, and like they're plowing the runway. And everything else is like, nope. I want to go back to Miami. Forget this.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even got home yet. Let's just look at Chicago. Go, nope. I want to go home. I don't want to go home.
I like Miami weather. Miami weather is like in the wintertime, it can get cold there, but not like in the snowy weather. It's not like Canada. You'll probably take a 50-degree winter versus a 0-degree winter.
The funny thing is, the first 2 cruises I went on came back. Well, no, the first, especially the first one I went on, came back what? 25th. I came back across. We got back on the 23rd. I came back across on the 25th. The only time I went outside then was to take Callie out because I came back with COVID. But it was like 50-ish outside, and it was like, this is beautiful. Yeah, that was like that for a couple of weeks, and then it got cold. But I think the same thing after the one you were on, we still had a week or two of decent weather before it got cold. Not when you go in December. You get back here, it's cold. Although we had rain, 2 days after Christmas? Green Christmas, then rain. It doesn't have to be hot, between 70 and 80, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take the cover off the air conditioner. It's up there behind me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that off yet.
Or y'all have to cover them up in the wintertime.
Well, you're supposed to take your air conditioner out, but I don't. I put the cover back on it for the winter. And
Oh, it's not one built into the house kind of air conditioner. The
no,
window.
it's just a sleeve there that you can put your air conditioner in. I'm trying to decide whether I want to rearrange my room, because the other one I have in my room, it's one of those ones that stand up in the room and then you just put the vent out the window.
Right.
So I decided whether I want to leave my bed in the spot it is, or change it back around, or maybe do that this weekend. It's going to decide to warm up. I may want to have the air conditioning on if it gets up to 80.
I've had my air conditioning on once. Then I had to turn the heat back on, and I just left the heat on, because if you leave it on, even if you got the door on, if it doesn't get down to that temperature, the heat's not going to come on. But I've cut it off now, and I have nothing going. So if I get cold at night, I just make sure I wear my long sleeve pajamas still, and I'm pretty good.
Yeah, just listening to the vent for the furnace is over there. It's kicking on. It's not quite warm enough yet.
Mm-hmm.
I won't let them turn it off here until later in May when it stays warm.
Yeah.
Just leave it on, and change the thermostat. It won't come on unless it gets below that temperature.
Yep.
Well, folks, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm getting cold. I need to take stuff inside, and I got to go to the ladies' room. So, thanks for coming in, and we'll see you next week. Where the Canuck are we?
All right. You have a blessed evening. Bye. I'll be right